Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Suzanne Steele, and Anne Brienza and I, an amazing leader, and I'm lucky enough to say my aunt. Um, the two of us will be taking you through what we call our first look. I was like this little boy looking for something. I was looking for better health. And I had suffered a car accident and hurt for 3 years until a friend who cared enough about me decided to show me what had changed his life. And in turn, I've been able to change a lot of people's lives, starting with my own. So Anne and I are independent Nikken consultants, and we hope you enjoy this first look.
And what Suzanne was looking at was a company that had started in Japan in 1975, and it was a Japanese health research institute first. It moved its headquarters to North America, and we are very lucky to have it in our country. It's debt-free, and so many people across the globe have benefited and satisfied customers all over as well. It started by a man named Isama Masuda, whose goal was for world peace through world health. What an amazing concept, and one that is timely in our own age. Mr. Masuda felt that if everyone was healthy in 5 areas of their lives, they would not pick on their neighbors and war. The areas that we all have are in our mind, our body, family, finances, and society, in a sense that we can give back to society and become a human that is more. So if you live a life in balance in these 5 areas, and your spirit and your purpose is at the center, you will be a happy, healthy person and a wonderful contributing member of our world. I know for me, my body was out of whack. And even though Suzanne found out about Nikken, it took me a little bit longer. But once I was open and she taught me what she knew and shared a lot with me, I was able to have my body in balance, and therefore my wheel was turning just fine. So as we look through these slides tonight, perhaps you might think of one of these 5 areas that could use a little tweaking or a little more balance.
Now, most people spend all their days focused on that finance pillar, and it usually is at the expense of those other 4 that Anne just shared. Well, there is a new trend that's emerging. It's called the gig economy. It's not new, but the term gig, usually you think of musicians who would play gigs on the weekends or in the evenings, doing something that they were passionate about, doing something they loved. Well, this gig economy allows people to create a source of income from these devices, which are handy in some cases. For me, I found a passion to share this with other people. I was in the corporate world, but this income started coming in as I naturally shared. People wanted to know how I was feeling better and what I was doing. And so I was able to go part-time in that corporate job. And when my job was outsourced, I had an income that was already coming into the house. I had a plan B. So you might know someone who might be looking for a plan B, and maybe someone who wants to do something that could make a great impact on other people's lives in a positive way. Now, there are some health facts here. Our bodies are burdened in many ways. We have a lot of stress. We've had a lot of stress over the last couple of years. That stress impacts all these other areas of our lives, like sleep. And this right here, it says, with one poor night's sleep, your immune system can drop by 60%. Imagine if you have multiple nights sleeps that are not good. How does that impact everything else? Well, one thing it does is it impacts weight. And our weight in our country, we have a overweight situation here that maybe there are ways that may be really easy to address, and as well as our water quality. Are we drinking the best water for our bodies to help with that stress, help with that sleep and that weight? Let's take a closer look. there are trends here. Now, that device that that little boy is holding, it was helpful in a gig economy, but it's not helpful for that little boy's health. That device should not be right near his little head. There are a lot of challenges that children are facing, and they are having issues that used to just be for adults. We have obesity related conditions for children, and these are preventable. So let's take a look to see how we can support our children as well.
Well, what is the answer to all these problems? Well, it's basically taking personal responsibility through your choices of things you do every day to be an active member and be the person who is in charge of your wellness, of your health. How do we do that? Well, every day we make choices. And the choices we make really start compounding. Just ask your dentist. If you brush your teeth every day, you are going to wind up with a healthier mouth. It's a behavior that becomes a habit that can make a difference. What about choices that you make with water? Just drinking better water, clear, alkalized, energized water that Nikan will offer for you will make a big difference. And so that you can be the smiley faced lady at the top instead of the one who's made poor choices and possibly suffering from dehydration, which affects our whole body.
So we have this concept that Nikan's created. It's called a certified wellness home. Think of it like this greenhouse. A greenhouse is a place where plants can thrive. Well, our wellness home is an environment that our animals and the people inside our home can thrive. We call it good news for health. And in this case, good news stands for grounding, nutrition, energy, water and air, and sleep. So let's take a closer look.
Well, Nikan uses solutions that are found in nature. And in these 4 categories, in the area of nutrition, we don't think about it necessarily as being our biggest organ, but our skin is our biggest organ and it needs nutrition as well. And Nikan has an amazing line of nutritionals for our body, skin care. But the one I'm going to talk about tonight is the CM cream. It's a sports cream that people use to soothe achy, sore muscles after maybe they've overdone things. But I discovered something this week. I went to the ocean with my grandsons and daughter, and we had a wonderful time. And I had put a little coconut oil on me and I was fine. And then I went with my friend strawberry picking and I didn't put coconut oil on. And when I came home, my legs were beet red. This is after someone who is pretty tan, and I usually, don't sunburn, but I looked at my legs after 2 hours of strawberry picking and my legs were red. I pulled out the CM cream, put it on my legs, and before I knew it, in a couple of hours, I was brown as a berry instead of red like the strawberries. So CM cream, even though it's great for your joints, can also work in many other helpful ways. The next experience I had this week was in the field of energy. Okay, so I had a little cough and a couple of nights I went to the dark side and I took that bad medicine that helps you sleep. And I woke up kind of foggy and felt a little crummy, but I did sleep for like 5 hours instead of coughing. Well, I did it the next night and felt even worse when I woke up the next morning. So I said, that's it. The third night, I am not taking that stuff. I pulled out my power chip. It is exactly what the definition of the word is. It's powerful. It's the size of like a poker chip, a little bigger. I put it on my power band. I went right here and I did not cough that entire night. I want to warn you though, that was the night before Father's Day, and I woke up and made my husband clean all the windows in the house with me because I was so energized from sleeping, not coughing, and having my power chip handy. Now, isn't that better than having a hangover from that or sleep medicine that they can give you? So I recommend this for a lot of things, but especially if you're coughing.
Wow, those are two great stories, Anne. I'm laughing over here. My stories probably are not going to be as exciting as hers, but powerful nonetheless. In the water and air, I could talk about any one of the products there, but I'm going to focus on water. Hydration, we're getting into the summer months now, and it's so important to stay hydrated. I will say that even though I've always been a water drinker, excuse me, I'm going to grab some water. I've always been a water drinker, but I still had headaches until I started drinking our PyMag water. And this water actually hydrated me on a deeper level so that no longer was my head pounding at times. So it's important to drink water that actually gets into your cells. And in the area of sleep, sleep affects all aspects of your life, even your weight. If you're having challenges not losing those extra pounds, check in with your sleep patterns. Well, a good way to help that is what we call our Nature Rest Fit, which is 30% off now through the end of the month, which is a huge savings. And this little device just fits like a fitted sheet on any size mattress. Bless you.
Thank you.
So this product will add the health component and allow you to do what we do to our devices at night. We plug these things in when the battery goes low. And if you don't want to wear power chip every night like Anne did and fully recharge, you can just put this on any size mattress and recharge yourself so that you can start the next day on a full battery.
So how do you find out about all these fantastic products that we've only just talked about 4 of them? Well, through entrepreneurs like those, some of us are on the call tonight, we help people choose a life in balance. We offer people not only an opportunity and income to share, but also how to utilize what they've learned and turn it into profits and support each other. Many of us on the call are not even connected financially, but we are connected spiritually and certainly through knowledge about Nikken, and we cannot stop helping each other. Whenever we need some information, we call each other. And again, we may not even be connected in the same group, but all we want to do is help others make a difference and perhaps make a difference in the world. And you never really know your potential. I mean, it's like an apple. You can count the number of apples in a bushel, but you can't really count the number of seeds and what impact the seeds are. Kind of like Johnny Appleseed, who went, the legend has it, went across the country and just sowed the knowledge, sowed the seeds of apples. Well, we are trying to do that through wellness. So we certainly can help others learn about their potential and how they can help in turn maybe change our world into a healthier, happier one.
And Anne just said the magic word, happier one. If people are feeling better, they're happier. And if they're happier, then their relationships are going to get better. The community at large could get better, one person at a time. So we hope you enjoyed this first look. And if you saw something that could balance one of those 5 pillars, reach out to that person that gave you this recording. You might want to just connect them with that person you want to make an impact for. That might be you. You might be ready to start that wellness home journey and help bring more balance into your life. Or maybe you want to plant those seeds that Anne was just sharing and make impact not only on your life, but make impact on others and be part of our wellness community. We look forward to helping you any way we can.